Having a highly analytical mind is a distinctive cognitive style rooted in psychology. Analytical thinkers process information systematically, break down complex problems into smaller parts, seek solid evidence, and rely more on logic than on emotions or quick assumptions. This mental approach is often connected to high intelligence, strong critical thinking, and excellent pattern recognition, although it can sometimes lead to overthinking or perfectionism. Psychologists observe that people with analytical minds tend to excel in fields that demand precision, strategy, and deep problem solving. Here are 10 clear signs that reveal you likely possess this powerful way of thinking. You question everything before accepting it as true. Instead of taking statements at face value, your mind automatically asks why, how, and what if. You probe assumptions, look for underlying reasons, and rarely accept opinions without supporting evidence. This habit comes from a deep cognitive need for accuracy and real understanding. While others may view it as unnecessary skepticism, it is actually your brain working to build reliable mental models. You dislike surface-level answers and always prefer to dig deeper until the truth becomes clear. You naturally spot patterns and connections that most people miss. Your mind constantly identifies links in data, behavior, conversations, or daily events long before they become obvious to others. This ability stems from strong pattern recognition skills and is closely tied to logical, mathematical intelligence. Whether predicting outcomes in a project, understanding social situations, or solving difficult puzzles, you organize scattered information into clear, structured frameworks. This makes you particularly good at forecasting, strategic planning, and troubleshooting complex issues. When facing a big challenge, you instinctively break it down into smaller, manageable pieces rather than feeling overwhelmed. You analyze each part logically, evaluate different options, weigh pros and cons, and only then reach a decision. This systematic problem-solving approach is a classic trait of analytical thinkers. You actually enjoy complexity because the process of taking things apart and putting them back together feels rewarding. This strength serves you well in careers such as data analysis, engineering, research, and leadership roles, where calm, clear thinking under pressure is essential. You value evidence and data far more than opinions or emotional arguments. Personal beliefs rarely convince you unless they are backed by concrete facts, statistics, or sound reasoning. Even your own thoughts are tested against reality. This evidence-based mindset helps protect you from common cognitive biases and leads to better decisions overall. You remain open to changing your views when stronger evidence appears, which makes you a trustworthy and balanced voice in group discussions. You have the habit of thinking several steps ahead. Before taking action, you mentally simulate multiple future scenarios, consider possible consequences, and prepare alternative plans. This forward-thinking style reduces risks and improves long-term results. Your brain naturally builds decision trees and contingency strategies. Although it can sometimes slow you down, it often leads to more successful outcomes. Psychologists connect this ability to strong executive function and cognitive flexibility. You tend to overanalyze situations even after others have moved on. Conversations, decisions, and details keep replaying in your mind as you examine them from every angle. This deep processing can sometimes result in analysis paralysis, where you spend excessive time evaluating options. On the positive side, it produces thorough understanding and fewer mistakes. Many analytical people feel mentally tired after social gatherings because their brain continues analyzing subtle tones, expressions, and hidden meanings for hours afterward. You generally prefer solitude or deep, meaningful conversations over small talk. Casual chatting often feels empty or draining, while you crave discussions that explore ideas, theories, and real problems in depth. Time alone gives your mind the space it needs to think clearly without outside noise. This preference reflects your strong need for intellectual stimulation. As a result, you usually form strong connections with people who can engage in complex and thoughtful dialogue. You are highly observant and detail-oriented. Small inconsistencies, changes in behavior, or tiny pieces of information that others overlook rarely escape your notice. Your brain constantly scans for relevant details in documents, people, or systems. This makes you excellent at quality control, research, and catching errors early. However, it can occasionally cause you to focus too much on minor points while missing the broader view. You strive for precision and perfection in almost everything you do. Ambiguity makes you uncomfortable, so you work hard to ensure tasks are completed correctly and thoroughly. You revise your work multiple times, double-check facts, and refine ideas until they meet your high internal standards. This drive for accuracy is linked to strong conscientiousness in personality psychology, though it can sometimes create internal stress. Finally, you remain intensely curious and genuinely love learning new things. Your mind is rarely satisfied with existing knowledge. You constantly seek fresh information, explore different perspectives, and enjoy mastering complex subjects. This lifelong curiosity keeps your thinking sharp and adaptable. You read widely, pursue intellectually challenging hobbies, and stay updated in areas that interest you. Having a highly analytical mind is a significant cognitive advantage. It gives you superior problem-solving abilities, logical decision-making, and the capacity to handle complexity with confidence. Many successful scientists, strategists, programmers, and leaders share these traits. At the same time, it brings challenges such as overthinking, difficulty making quick emotional decisions, or feeling somewhat out of place in fast-paced social environments that favor intuition over analysis. The good news is that analytical thinking can be balanced with creativity and emotional intelligence. When you understand and accept your natural style, you can better leverage your strengths while working on flexibility. If these descriptions feel familiar, embrace your analytical nature. It is a rare and valuable way of experiencing the world that allows you to see deeper layers most people never notice. Understanding it psychologically not only helps you appreciate your unique mind, but also guides you toward the right environments and careers where your thinking truly shines.